Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B, where of course you know we talk about all kinds of things, mostly gardening though. So today I wanted to show you guys that my neighbor was kind enough to let me borrow their peach tree. So I was actually pretty shocked to be able to see that there were some beautiful peaches that were on the vine. Check that out. And down here, there are more beautiful peaches that are growing. They still feel pretty hard. So we are gonna go ahead and just leave them here, but look, here is another example of these beautiful peaches. Yeah, they're definitely hard. They're definitely very small, but they purchased this plant on clearance at our local Lowe's. This is a tropical beauty peach. So I think it's absolutely a gorgeous tree. I went online to Lowe's to actually order one for myself, and I did not see where Lowe's actually had this tree available. So there's a little dried up one on the vine. So what I was thinking is that I was going to talk to my neighbors, and I'm sure that they will let me, is that once these peaches actually get ready to harvest, you can take the seeds and you can crack open the seeds, and in the inside is a small little like plantable seed, and that's what you want to be able to use when you go to start a peach tree. I know that there are some other peach trees, which is like a Florida Bella tree, and there are some others that I have been looking at potentially purchasing just because I know that this tree is successful. So that is definitely an interest of mine to now, is to actually be like them and have a peach tree, because the more that you can bring into your environment, the better, I think, right now. So we are always trying to find ways to sustain ourselves and to diversify the products that we have in our yard, so that way we are not always being reliant on the store, and that we can take care of ourselves. Think about it. We just went through, you know, a pandemic not that long ago where they shut everything down, and to be able to get to a store that you weren't calling somebody like from Instacart or somewhere to actually make a delivery to you, you know, that kind of puts you in a predicament. So to be prepared, I think, is really important. And if we can get a peach tree to grow here in Zone 9B, then I think that we should probably think about moving forward with one. So I'm definitely interested in not only purchasing a tree, because then I know that way that it's an established tree, but it's also important that we you know, connect with our neighbors and, you know, meet people and go out. And I'm so glad that my neighbor enjoys growing and that they were willing to allow me to use this opportunity to share this tree with you all. This is not the only thing that they are growing, peaches, and so I am going to take that seed when they allow, when they share that with me, and then I'm going to crack that open and I'm going to try to grow my own. There were some seeds on the bottom because the squirrels, of course, I told y'all that we have a squirrel problem, and so the squirrels have been coming over here and they have been actually consuming the peaches off of the tree and leaving the seeds. So we were able to come out here and potentially pick those up, but when I came out today, all the seeds are actually gone off the ground. So that's not going to be an opportunity. I'm going to have to wait for them to enjoy those peaches and, you know, hope that they're willing to share the seeds with me, since I was not able to find this again at Lowe's, and considering it was on clearance, you know, it might not be a product that they're wanting to carry. So I'm going to have to be looking around. Now, the other plant that they have that I want to share with you guys is something that I have been trying to grow for quite some time, and it keeps dying for me. So I think my neighbor says I baby it too much, because they say that they don't do anything with this plant, whereas yes, I do baby my plants, and so that could definitely be it. Some plants really actually thrive on neglect, and that is going to be the Florida avocado. It's a beautiful plant, and I'm going to take you guys down to actually show you what that looks like. All right, so right here we have this beautiful Florida avocado tree. This is actually a Haas avocado. There are no avocados on it right now, but it's just the fact that they have one that is quite established. Now, if you see, it looks like there may be some damage going on with the stalk itself, and that's what I'm saying. That happens quite often here in Florida. And here is the tag to this tree. Let's get this out of the way. There it is. It's the Haas Avocado. So just something to think about, that you can add that to your Zone 9B Florida garden. And yeah, it does look like it needs a little bit of treatment, but hey, that's not a bad thing to actually have something that you can make delicious guacamole with. I love making guacamole. It's, you know, beautiful, it's vegan, and who doesn't want something that's delicious growing in the yard? Again, diversify what you have. And like, I don't have an avocado, so this gives me the opportunity that once they start producing some avocados, that hopefully they'll be able to share with me, and then I'll be able to share with them some of my gardening and my growing, and we'll just network. And that's what I'm saying. It's good to know people in your neighborhood, and it's good to have these connections. And so that's why it's really important that we all do what we can to share in the love of growing. I also have a loquat tree that's in the front of my yard, and so that's not a prolific producer, but it is up there, and the birds normally get to it before I do. I was able to get a couple of the plants off, or the fruit off of that tree, but it wasn't as good as I'd like for it to be. So I think it's just the location. That is a plant that I actually neglect. And so I think if I took better care of it, then I'd probably have some more fruit. All right, there's one more piece in their yard that I actually want to show you guys. So let's check that out. All right, so as you guys can see here behind me, they have pineapple growing. So I do have some pineapple plants, but I don't have as many as they have. So as you guys can see, they have an entire row of just beautiful little pineapples that are coming up. So I was informed that they just took the tops off of the pineapples, and that's how they started getting these pineapples to actually grow. And I think that's amazing. So think about it. When you go to the grocery store, you don't have to necessarily buy a pineapple plant. It might take some time to get established, but they have plenty of them over here. And that's something that I'm definitely considering as we move forward. I currently only have 3 pineapple. So my neighbor across the street from me actually eats quite a few pineapples. And so she has been nice enough to be cutting off the tops for me, and I am actually transplanting them, and I'm putting them in my garden as well, so that I can start growing more pineapple in my house, at my house. So I will tell you that these are completely in the shade 100%, and I think that's what's helping them to grow. My pineapple are more exposed to the sun, and I think that that could definitely be playing a factor in why my pineapples aren't doing as well as theirs. So I think I may be relocating those pineapples soon. All right, everyone, I just wanted to take you on this really brief tour and share with you the goodness that my neighbors have, and let you know that it's good to make these connections and to share the love of growing with others. And this is just one way that I do it, is my neighbors connect with me and I connect with them. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, as always, love one another, be kind, and I will see you all in my next video.